In this video, I am going to teach you how to explore nature with your sense of touch. What we're doing is making better observations by incorporating most of our senses. We've talked about sight, sound, and smell, and now we are focusing on how things feel. Check out who is in my filming location today. That is exactly where I film my videos. This video is part of my Wildlife Biology for Kids Club series, where we go outside, explore nature, and learn about wildlife. I'm Dr. Stephanie Manka, a wildlife biologist of 20 years. Do you hear that? That's a red-bellied woodpecker. Science often starts with observations, but there's more ways to observe nature than just through sight. Today, I want you to focus on touch. How do things feel to you? What I want you to do today is go outside in nature and see how many different textures you can find. Can you find things that are really rough? Can you find things that are really smooth? Maybe things that are soft and furry and fuzzy. Have you ever touched something and you thought it would feel one way, but it actually ended up feeling another way? For example, a lot of people think that snakes are slimy, but at zoos, I've had the opportunity to touch them and their skin is smooth. Don't just assume that similar things in nature all feel the same. For example, there's a lot of variation in plant leaves. Some leaves can even be fuzzy. One of my favorite plants to touch is called the cup plant. It has really rough leaves, almost like sandpaper. Today, I encourage you to find things in nature and see what they feel like. I am going for a walk in a nearby park, and I'm gonna see how many different textures I can feel. Looks like we have some moss. What does this feel like? It is very soft. We have some more, a different kind though. It's also very soft. Very soft. This plant has little hairs on it. This bark is very rough. You can see, even in wintertime, I'm finding a lot of variation and a lot of things that have really interesting textures. So go out and explore and see how many different sensations you can feel. Make sure that you become familiar with the wildlife that can cause harm to you if you touch it. Things like poison ivy or venomous snakes in your area, make sure to look them up and avoid them. You can use apps to help you identify things. I love the Seek app by iNaturalist. You can hover it over different organisms and the AI tool will help you identify it. If you are unsure about anything, don't touch it. With animals, you want to avoid touching certain kinds of animals. You never want to touch mammals or birds. Amphibians, like frogs and toads, and reptiles, like snakes, turtles, and lizards, are okay to touch, as well as insects, just as long as you can ensure that they are not venomous or poisonous. If you do catch something, make sure to let it go afterwards. One of my favorite things to do growing up was catch frogs and look at them up close, and we would always let them go. If you're trying to touch amphibians, it's best to wear gloves because their skin is so porous, so we don't want anything that is on our skin, like lotions or anything, to go into their skin. You also want to make sure to never harass wildlife. Touching animals is an exciting part of exploring wildlife outdoors, but it is stressful to the animal. Minimize touch as much as possible and maximize your use of sight. I also want you to pay attention to how does it emotionally feel to be in nature. What does being in nature feel like? This video is part of my Wildlife Biology for Kids Club program. You will get the accompanying downloadable activities. Take them into your backyard, into your neighborhood, and use them to explore nature together. Get access to a community of like-minded individuals to share your findings and get inspired by what others discover. Interact with me and there will be exclusive content. Check out the description below for the enrollment link. You can enroll at any time. These activities are meant to be fun, easy, and intentional to get you and your child outside, discovering nature, fostering their curiosity, and connecting together. Make sure you subscribe so that you get the notification when the next video is out.